Hey girl, hey. So for those who don't know, which is all of you, I used to be a fiend for League of Legends. I started back in my first year of high school when a bunch of my friends were telling me about this cool new game they found that we could all play online. A little something about me. I like video games. Yeah, I don't know if you could tell by the everything about me, but I got into MMOs pretty early, but all of my friends were more into Call of Duty, Halo, insert some third shooter here, fucking PUBG. Meanwhile, I'm in my corner like,
alright, who wants to play Fiesta Online?
Actually, let me paint the picture a little better for you. I'm a military brat and spent a few years in Hawaii, starting in 7th grade up to the end of 10th. See how I threw a little V in there? Yeah, I'm one of those, I'm sorry. All of my friends I kept in touch with back home were more into first-person shooters, but as a massive weeb, that wasn't really my forte, right? So that was my mindset going into this encounter. I'm about to be recommended another first-person shooter. Imagine my surprise when it was a team-based, top-down, multiplayer online battle arena, a MOBA if you will, with a twinge of fantasy, a glistening coat of fantasy on top, and all of my friends were hooked on it. This is it, right? Heaven? This is what gamer heaven is like. So I went home and downloaded League of Legends. I do the tutorial stuff, you don't care about that, yada yada. I'm in love with the characters, and this guy, this sad little mummy baby, named Amumu, I thought I was into hyper masculine, super cool, edgy anime pro tags, but look at the little guy, he just wants friends. You just want to pick him up and hug him and throw him around. Oh. So I started playing the game as a jungler. Is that the best role for a first time player? Hell no. Was I going to play Amumu? Hell yeah, so I started playing jungle. I would see my social life crumble at my newfound opiate. I was up late playing with the boys, having fun and learning new champions, and I was up early playing ranked with the sweatiest neckbeards. Of course, as someone who doesn't play FPS games, League of Legends was the first time I got called the N-word. That's huge. Straight up. If a growing boy needs sleep to grow up healthy and strong, my beard only came in because I was sleep deprived and aging at an alarming rate. The next few years would fly by, and let's fast forward to my freshman year of college. I had a better relationship with the game. I still loved it, but not so much I'm playing day in, day out. I go to class, do homework, maybe play a game or three with the gang, and then do it all over again after an 8-hour power nap. But something was nagging at the back of my mind. I hit a wall. Not like jungle diff get good wise, but emotional? I don't know. A new champ would come out and I wasn't excited anymore. I always had enough IP, essence, whatever to buy the new champ on release day, and the rare few games I get to play with the new character, there's someone in the game flaming me at the slightest mistake. No shade here, my best friend to this day would go wild if I didn't gank, or maybe I'm bot lane and I don't ping my laner missing or whatever. He had gotten better about it in recent years with college and everything, so I don't hold it against him. It's a game after all, so you know, no big. But that's just one example. I just wanted to call him out because I thought it was funny. Trust me when I say all of my friends adopted this mentality to some extent. Whether they were bronze, silver, plat, y'all niggas aren't master, let's be real. It was abundantly clear I'm the only one not playing for competitive. And then it clicked. I thought back to high school. The only reason I played this game was to have a fun time with my friends. And when I wasn't, I was just as bad, if not worse. I'm very non-confrontational. If I don't like you, I will not go out of my way to make it known. I will just not talk to you. Why don't people do that anymore? Why everybody gotta have words as I'm typing a whole ass essay? That year of college was the beginning of my falling out. I jumped in a game with a few friends and just said I was gonna play support. I like jumping around and filling, so yeah, you know, I'm playing support. There were 3 people I went to high school with, myself as support, and then another one of their friends as ADC. Keep in mind, at this point, school was picking up, so I already gave out the disclaimer, hey, I'm down to play, but probably just support, because they were all either higher ranked or more frequent players, you know? I didn't want to harsh the vibes or whatever. The game starts, things are fine, we're all talking, hanging out. It's not ranked, so I'm just there to vibe. We lost the first bot lane fight to a gank because I didn't replace a dead ward. It's a super simple mistake. Usually I don't up to it. Hey bro, that's on me, whatever. But the ADC spoke before I did. It was so long ago now, I'm realizing this sounds like a traumatic story. Don't worry, it's just a video game. I think he said something along the lines of make sure to ward up for their jungler, and he's the type of personality I hate where he's laid back, but he's a little rude, so I can't read him, you know? So I just agree, I joke around, hey papi, my bad, or whatever I said. So we lose a second fight. And a third fight. The ADC reaches out to our mutual friend. Hey man, I can't play with this guy if he's just gonna feed. Like, he's not even trying, he's bad. Now, in his defense, fair, I was ass, but I'm also in the call. So I start messing with him, getting a rise out of him because I was pissed.
Hey man, I'm doing this for you. You can get that shutdown money.
Just dumb things to mess with him, right? So we go back and forth, and eventually I slip into just straight up being mad. So I tell everyone I'm leaving and I refuse to be in a call with this dude. Like, it's funny now, but bro, I was upset. So anyway, the rest of the game was the first time I intentionally fed with malicious intent. I know what you're thinking.
Hey, good job, man. You did what you had to do.
No, really, no game has ever made me so mad that I didn't want to hang out, that I'd rather spend a whole Friday alone in my room watching videos than playing games with the friends I hang out with every weekend. And that was maybe the peak of the past couple years of enjoyment slowly fading. All most of my friends wanted to do was play ranked. As I was unranked, I couldn't join much. I had spent the last couple years just hanging out at their whim. Like, y'all go play ranked, let me know if you want to run an ARAM or something and I'll hop on. I started feeling like the convenient friend, you know? The world that I love, this beautiful lore, some of my favorite character designs in my life, completely null and void because I cannot enjoy this game with anyone the way that I want to enjoy it. Fair, it's literally a game made for competitive. I just got the short end of the stick, as League is and forever will be competitive first. So over the years, I stopped. I would go on spurts where every year or so I'll hop on and play with the boys, but the magic only lasts so long now. If I had to spitball it, last time I played League of Legends was maybe 2 years ago, and even then that lasted a month, maybe. And as the game grows and changes, my knowledge of mechanics falls further and further behind. I genuinely don't think I will ever feel that magic I did when I first played the little mummy boy. But that's what they say about all good things, right? They come to an end. The fact that moments end is what makes them good in the first place. I still support Riot Games. I haven't, nor will I probably ever play Valorant, but single player experiences like the Ruined King remind me that Runeterra, that world I loved for all of my formative years, is still out there. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about my breakup. Sorry for getting so sentimental. What's up? What am I playing? Oh, it's League of Legends. It's like this team-based top-down multiplayer online battle arena. A MOBA, if you will, with a twinge of fantasy, a glistening coat of fantasy on top. And back in the day, all of my friends were hooked on it.